Hi everyone, I am back and I am going to do a video on the Shadow Work Oracle decks. I know this video is long overdue. It is mainly the reason why I started the Total Divine channel due to the frequent and numerous questions on how to use the Shadow Work Oracle decks. I know that some people are tapping into their shadow work. They're starting to learn more about themselves. And so I'm happy to be doing this video. I'm so sorry it's coming out late. On Total Divine products, we do have two sizes of the Shadow Work Oracle deck. I have the poker size and I also have the travel size. And the travel size actually is usually purchased in bundles. It can come with the Triggers Oracle deck. It can come with the Codependent Oracle deck, Inner Child. And so you'll usually see the travel size with bundles, but it could be purchased individually, and also the poker size, which was highly requested for a larger version, as a lot of the tarot readers are utilizing the poker size just because of the larger lettering. So the Shadow Work Oracle deck was actually the second deck I created back in January, about 7-8 months ago. And the purpose was to bring about all the inner work that I know I needed to do. Challenges such as getting in touch with myself on repressed emotions. A lot of stuff of behaviors were starting to come up when I was struggling in my marriage. And I knew I needed to start looking into the shadow side of myself on ways that I know that also related to, childhood. And I wanted to ask myself, what is happening here? I was being triggered in so many ways, and I knew it was inner work that I needed to do, not necessarily, the person across from me, even though, that person may need some inner work as well. And so I started to journal, and a lot of key things were kind of sticking out. So shadow work is never easy. It's not. And the reason being for that is it can be confusing. There can be intense emotions that surface while doing it. But once we sit with it, you start to see the change that begins to happen. So the way that the Shadow Work Oracle deck can be used is by itself, number one. My intro cards are Knowing Your Own Darkness is the Best Method for Dealing with the Darkness of Other People by Carl Jung. May this Oracle deck awaken you to greater authenticity by working through any hidden shadows of your personality. So those are the intro cards for the deck. You can sit and individually go through each one. Here's the thing, you may not even know that this is some shadow work that you may need to do. And so when you hit some of the cards, it may be like, holy cow, I did come across a situation like that, or I have felt like that at one time or another in my life. So you want to get to know your deck. So the first one is inconsistent. Think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? Another one is fearful. A learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also, a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. And let's just do one more. Emotionally overreacting. You are overthinking, which is causing a flood of unnecessary emotions. So the way that I wrote this deck is very direct. It's very straightforward. I've had a couple of requests for refunds because they felt the deck was too direct. So please take a look on Etsy, the pictures, and you'll see a couple of sample cards and see if it resonates with you. Also, sometimes we're not ready to do shadow work. And so when we see something that is, not put in front of us, but wording or something that's direct on working with parts of ourselves that we're just not ready to heal, it can come off a little bit strong. And so we want to make sure that, or I want to make sure that you're ready to do shadow work. And if you are, this deck is definitely for you. So you can go through each card individually. Another way is to be used with tarot, or by itself by shuffling. And we always have our spirit guides with us. Mine are always with me. And so I want to ask this deck, spirit guides, please tell me what shadow work do I need to be working on? Spirit guides, what shadow work do I need to be working on? One card, Spirit, or two? I know I have some shadow work to work on. Let's see. There you go. Let's do 2. There it is. All right. Oh, very fitting. My first card is Forgive Self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Negativity. This one I struggle with. So negativity, let go of the pessimistic attitude. It's getting old. Think of something positive right now and shift your thinking. Past couple of days have been just really difficult in regards to my own negativity, and so there's a lot of work that I've been doing in that aspect. It does affect the people around me, so I wanted to make sure that I've been working on that. It's just, I'm very dead on how Spirit just knows. And so that is definitely the 2 things that I need to work on. So that is an excellent way of how you can start working on your shadow work, is going through the cards, asking Spirit to pull them for you. Another way is through tarot. You can find a lot of examples. Another one is with Eso Tarot. She is one of the tarot readers on YouTube who has been using my shadow work poker size deck. I thanked her, and she has some excellent readings. And so what you can do is, if you're struggling in your relationship, let's use the Angel Romance Oracle deck, and let's see what the current energy is let's do the overall energy. What is the overall energy with just anyone's relationship or people's relationships at this point right now? And so sometimes we struggle in our relationships because of our shadow work that needs to be healed. Keep an open mind, playfulness, and honeymoon. And so what we can do is pull a shadow card and see how it supports this love reading. That one flew out. And so we have superficial. So what may be happening in your relationship is superficial. You care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, your personality. So that might be something that is currently going on in the relationship and shadow work that you're not aware of, or you are. And so it just confirms what needs to be worked on. So that is how you can use the shadow work oracle decks. And I'm sorry to have like an emotional breakdown. It's just, it's been pointing at me with my negativity, and so that was just a really clear sign on video. Again, that is something that I need to work on, and I have been. So I hope this video helps. I will definitely be doing the triggers one, quite certainly probably tomorrow, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.